Sup everyone, I'm your female otaku and I'm here to review episode 9 of Demi-chan. And boy, this episode was just so much fun. You see, normally I start off my day with watching March Comes in Like a Lion because that comes out right before Demi-chan, but this time I decided to switch it up and watch Demi-chan first. And I'm so glad I did. Just a great way to start my day. Of course, then I'll be depressed once I watch March Comes in Like a Lion, but whatever! With the first part of the episode, we go with our beloved best girl, Sato Sensei. And she's over at her house, getting drunk, imagining that this stuffed bear is Takahashi Sensei, and things get a little weird. But then she gets a call from Ugaki, and Ugaki's saying that, hey, maybe you should work your seductive charms on Takahashi Sensei. Then you could see his embarrassing face, and she didn't want to at first, but you know, she does want to see him get embarrassed, because, you know, Sato Sensei, she doesn't want to affect people with her succubus charms. I know there's an official name for it, but it's just too long, and it's, I don't know how you pronounce that. It's like the Afro something effect, Apo something effect. It's a weird name, so I'm gonna just say succubus charms instead, if you don't mind. So she goes over to Takahashi Sensei's office, and she decides to get him to interview her so that she can work her way up to naturally using her charms, so that it won't be too awkward, that it won't come out of the blue. However, she rushes to things and things end up getting pretty awkward. Like, she's just like, well then, I guess I'll go take off an article of clothing then, just to start. Again, it's just really awkward. And then she, like, you know, takes out her hair and her glasses and stuff. She's like, ta-da! Okay, Sato, okay. And Takahashi Sensei, he was so worked up, even though he didn't touch her or anything. Just one layer of clothing and taking off the glasses and the ponytail really did it for him. And he's just like, just pay attention to the top of her head, just pay attention to that. Oh, but her hair is so silky, and it's like, wow. Oh man, this is strong. Now, this is where things start to get really interesting between the two, because they start discussing about, you know, the succubus charms, how it really works, if it's actually a charm or not, because Takahashi Sensei believes that it's less of a charm, really, and he's kind of hinting at it. They didn't say anything. However, he worded it out to be that succubi, or specifically Sato Sensei, is just more beautiful than the others, because he was comparing succubi to normal women, and how, well, if any woman were to take off a layer of clothing, yeah, they would look, you know, more attractive. Of course, depending on the woman, because, you know, there are some ugly bitches out there. But anyway, we're not gonna talk about that. But then Sato Sensei, because, you know, she is a succubus, she knows that she does have this effect. She knows she does have her charms and stuff. And Takahashi Sensei says that, well, maybe you could loosen up just a little bit. And then this happens. She, oh my god, she zips up her jacket and bumps into her boobs. And, oh my god, that scene was fantastic. Just seeing Takahashi Sensei so incredibly embarrassed was fantastic. Then Sato Sensei's all like, yeah, I think this is as far as I'll go when it comes to charming him. She's not really going to use all of her charms on him. That would be ridiculous. It'd be too much. And she knows that guy's feelings would be jacked up, even though Takahashi Sensei doesn't believe that. She is the succubus, so she knows, but they decided to agree to disagree, and that's how the first part of the episode went. With the second part of the episode, it was more fun in my opinion. I did enjoy the first half, don't get me wrong, but I liked the second half more because it felt so relatable. That's why I like Slice of Life. Sure, I don't review too many Slice of Life anime because, you know, a lot of times there isn't much to talk about with Slice of Life anime. But, you know, in Demi-chan's case, I am able to talk a little more about it because we get to learn so much. I'll get to the relatable part in a second. I want to talk about Yuki first. With Yuki, she's trying to control her snow woman powers so that she doesn't overheat during the summer. She never really needed to do this because, remember, she lived over in, like, the north, like, in the snowy region of the countryside over there, so she never really needed to, but now she does because summer got here quicker than they thought. And typhoon season is already over, so they are hot. Everyone's sweating and everything. It's getting really bad. Of course, Hikari isn't enjoying this either because she'll get sunburned easily. And I noticed that she was wearing long sleeves too, so I'm just like, oh god, girl, you must be dying. But of course she can't wear short sleeves because again, you know, the sunburn, it'll affect her. So Yuki is trying to create cool air. Unfortunately, she was unsuccessful and just created more little icicles, so then her and her friends just decided to have a foot bath, and that was really cute. So I was able to personally relate to this episode in two ways. One, with Yuki. Like Yuki, I am naturally cold. I've experienced this for all my life, really. My nails will turn purple, and even my hands sometimes. Oh wow, it's actually normal for once. They don't look purple. Yeah, I'm pretty much almost always cold. Then again, I do have the heater on. But yeah, so I don't hate the cold, but I'm used to the cold. So when it comes to the summer, I really don't like the summer and I really don't like the spring. I'm more of a fall winter person, and I can go outside, take a nice walk in the cold without having to put on a coat really, because I'm used to it. Of course, if it goes down to freezing, then yeah, I'm gonna have the heater on, but I'm very used to the cold. So when it comes to the summer and spring season, I can't stand it. I stay indoors because if it gets to a certain point, like honestly, 82 degrees Fahrenheit is my cutoff. And I know that's very, very low, but for me, it's just too much. I cannot stand the heat. And so Yuki was saying, she was talking about that as well, how she's just, you know, not used to the heat and how she prefers cooler temperatures and stuff like that. I'm just all like, Yuki, I think I'm a snow woman as well. I relate to you, man. I relate to you so much. And then the other relatable part of the episode was when all the Demi-chans decided to gather over at Takahashi Sensei's office, have some fun over there. They're all just like, you know, talking about how they wish to get cooler, joking around and stuff. And Takahashi went to go get them some popsicles, and I'm just all like, man, I completely forgot I used to do the same thing. Normally during lunchtime in high school, what do? We go over to the cafeteria. But for me, when it came to senior year, I had the same lunchtime. Me and my friends, we all had the same lunchtime with one of our teachers. So instead of going to the hectic cafeteria, we decided to hang out over at our teacher's office. And she was really cool because she was a young teacher. I think she was like 26. So it was awesome just chatting with her, and we'd just be normal with each other. We even curse at each other as well because we were all just, you know, friends, and we'd even watch a movie. She'd help us with our homework. Sometimes she'd let us slide with our homework and just give us A's even though we didn't do our homework. And sometimes she'd go out and get us some Burger King. Sometimes I'd go out and get her a donut or two. It was fun. So just seeing the students hang out with Takahashi Sensei or just hanging out over in his classroom was just, it took me back. It felt really good. So yeah, this was a great episode of Demi-chan. Definitely gonna be one of my personal favorites. Nothing's gonna be episode 3 for me, but still a great episode. Let me know your thoughts on it. Did you relate to it in some way? Did you enjoy the first half more than the second half? I'm starting to notice I'm getting fewer comments when it comes to Demi-chan. Don't worry, Demi-chan reviews aren't gonna go away because a lot of you people are watching these reviews. So that's great because I like talking about Demi-chan. But please, if we could talk a little more about each episode, that would be awesome because I love to talk about Demi-chan with you all in the comments. So yeah, catch me later as a review March comes in like a lion. I'm your female otaku. Sayonara.